Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. On play action, it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. This is Chase Edmonds, who played his college ball in the Bronx in Fordham. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Here's Murray from midfield. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Murray again, 2nd and 10.
And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And Murray gets this into the hands of Edmonds.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a second down.
When we think about these two franchises, the Cardinals and the Giants, so much riding on their young quarterbacks. And they were the first 2 QBs taken in the draft back in 2019. Murray first to the Cardinals, and Daniel Jones 6th to the Giants.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it all the way for a Giant touchdown.
Evan Ingram with
Touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the rookie, Xavier McKinney.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They run with Barkley on first down, and he gets about 5 out of it.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's the option.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's Jones from the gun on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point try good by Gano, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27, Murray. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First down, Arizona.
After 1, 17-7 the score on EA Sports.
Cardinals 7.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. Caught left side, Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 17-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Murray again, this is straight.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
He's got it. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
This will make it into the end zone. He'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Jones throw on target to Shepard. That catch good for only a couple.
Sterling Shepard. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 36.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Shepard. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the gun, Jones. Completes this again to Shepard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing, Jones.
He's going to look downfield for Barkley.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That's complete right around the 8. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Giants 24. Cardinals.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. Gun. Here's Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you call timeout and regroup.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Jones now on 1st and 10. This is intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Murray's pass intercepted. The Giants take over.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Complete on the jump ball. Brings up
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A final shot before break. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
And this carries into the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
That's complete to Slayton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup there.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram there to make the grab. And the Giants add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The 28-yard line.
To throw again on second down, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Rolling to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by James Bradbury. Oh, look at the juke. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And that takes us from second to third down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today.
A 28-yard attempt.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. They always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie, Xavier McKinney. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally.
And he's not able to get away, sacked back at the 22. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
On second down, here's Barkley. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Now Jones. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Giants with the football and also the lead as we get set to start quarter number 4.
A 26-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former #6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
Moves to 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Murray. He'll air this one out for Kirk.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Pierre Desir. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now an option play on second down.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 16 yards on the play. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Throwing on first down. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 3 yards the gain there, second down. From the gun, Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Cardinals have cut it to within a score.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, next-gen stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here, or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. Here's Murray. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. To throw, it's Murray. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from taking the lead. And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
Score Cardinals 35, Giants 34.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Jones off the play fake. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez lining up.
And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary in that last possession, though.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
42-yard line.
Back to throw. Out to the right here to Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Catch made by Slayton. A gain of 6 there on 1st. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back to throw. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. Jones will try and run with it. Quick throw complete. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down 2, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. Now, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cards, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis,